OverPUGS. This week we're going to be watching the EU games. We have ModAbuse versus ModAbuses. On the side of ModAbuse we have Military Pika, The Phantom, Fusi, Timu, Fenrir and Createx. On the other side we have Clausen, Peanutter, Markin, and Datcat, Leonidas and Rich. I'm Harvey, I'll be your play-by-play caster today, and I'm accompanied by Luke.
Hello.
And he'll be doing your colour. Our first map, I believe, we're going into Ilios here. This is a best of 3 series, if I'm rightly corrected, and the Scrub Cup is a sub 2,500 tournament for anyone who's in gold, bronze and silver, and you can play, you get put into a team, you get given a coach, and it's a great way of improving. This specific event is the OverPUGS. It's a random event where teams of 6 are put against each other, sorted by SR, and then they fight over a best of 3 series to decide who is the champion of the week. So, I believe everything is all ready, and we'll be going into our first game as soon as possible.
Right, I'll ask if everyone's ready.
So, what's interesting about this specific series is that we have a sort of rivalry between the teams. We have, on one team we have Fusi, a Grandmaster Diva main. On the other side we have Clausen, who is a Grandmaster DPS main. And they have a rivalry to say who can kill each other the most. So we'll be seeing Clausen probably on DPS and Fusi on the Diva. And that's obviously going to be a big part of this fight. So the teams are called ModAbuse and ModAbuses. That's a kind of a reference to Timu, Createx, and Fusi being admins. And
so is Pika.
And Pika's also a moderator.
Somehow.
And on the other side, the ModAbuses are also going to be abused by the team of ModAbuse.
Yeah. This should be fun. My first time casting personally, so don't expect anything beautiful or good or anything actually in any way. Just don't expect anything. Jesus.
So yeah, our first map is Ilios. What can you expect from both teams? What do you think they're going to fight, and what do you think they're going to play on this Ilios map?
Well, I know what Pika's going to play. He's going to play Winston because he's got a rivalry against Kat where he wants to take, because she's a one-trick Mercy. And so he wants to take her down very specifically. Phantom will likely be on Genji, if not on Lucio, because he is a Genji main, but he loves him some Lucio. Fusi obviously will be on Diva because, well, we'll be surprised if he isn't. Two, I am not sure of. I have not seen him play. And neither have I for Fenrir or Createx, but apparently Createx is a Zen one-trick, so we might see him on that. Clausen, obviously DPS, we're not going to be disputing that one. Peanutter, I can't actually remember. Oh, we're starting, but I'll continue. Peanutter, I'm not sure what he does. I've played against him, but not with him, so I'm not sure how he plays. Who's the next person? Wait for it to load in. Okay, right. Markin, also haven't seen play. Cat, obviously, on the one-trick Mercy straight away. Leo, from what I know, is mostly tank or DPS, but we'll see how that changes. And Rich, I've never seen play because he's an NA player.
So that may be a factor, the NA ping for Rich, but with 10 seconds remaining to assemble their heroes here on Ilios, we're seeing basic dive comms looking to be picked up. An interesting pick from Marquin, though, picking up that McCree. If they are running dive comm, that might be isolated by the rest of their team.
It looks like Phantom's probably going to be on Lucio, yep.
So, the finalized comp for the side of ModAbuse. Military Pika is going to be on that Winston, the Phantom. It'll be on Lucio, Fusi on Tracer, not on Diva, Timu on Genji, Fenrir on Xayah, and Createx on that Zenyatta. Meanwhile, for the other side, we have Leonidas on Winston, Rich on Xayah, and that Cat on Mercy, Markin on McCree, Peanutter on Lucio, and Clausen on Farah. Going to be getting into it right away. The Farah already flying up high, looking to get some early damage onto the side of ModAbuse. That's ModAbuses. Clausen going in, and now Leonidas dives in. Going to be trying to tickle out the enemy team. Can he get much? No, discorded by Createx, forced back. And now we see Rich now taking up that front line, but Fusi's now behind him. Fusi's trying to do some work. Can't get anything done. And so the stalemate has begun. But Military Pika jumps off the edge, booted up by Clausen actually. And we see Clausen again become another kill to Timu, and Markin picking up the Phantom. It's now going massively in favor of ModAbuse. ModAbuse being forced out of the point. Fenrir here left. Leonidas takes him out, and now we only see, I believe, Fusi and Zenyatta from Createx surviving.
Group up.
Yeah, Clausen did a lot of work in that fight, just taking people out left, right, and center. Markin was also hitting their shots quite well, which helps to take out some people. They're already back into the team fight again. very quickly.
Back to get him mocked with an early ult. Picks off one, picks off Createx, and now Midgeek looking for that tickle again, trying to take out Leonardo's. Maybe not the best dive target for the Winston player there. But we're going to be seeing the fire opening up. Leonardo does pick off Fusi, that's the Tracer for the side of Monobuzi's down, and now Timu, the really only one left fighting on the point, does get singled out by Clausen, does have to run away. And so we're up to 30% for the side of Monobuzi's. They're doing the abusing in this case. Especially from Clausen's lovely Farah.
Yeah, that ult just threw them off. They had one less person. It was suddenly a 5v6. They couldn't do anything about that. They had to drop off.
See, bombs away. Bombs being flown away by Fusi. That's his pulse bomb being used. Can't get anything from that Tracer pick. And now it looks like Leonardo's really going for that frontline engagement. Mitchby can maybe waste his jump there, flying straight up into the sky. And now Leonardo's using his primal rage. Can he get anything? It depends if they open up. But he does actually eventually go down to Fusi. But Clausen gets two. Fenrir and Mitchby go down to his barrage. He's the only one left here, flying above point. Trying to take that team. Marquin picks off Fusi, and it looks like the fight's going to be over.
That extra fire ult very much surprised me how he got that so quickly again. That just shows how much of a work a Farah can do, that they can get their ult that within a space of 2 team fights. Jesus.
Going to be saying the ult situation definitely in favor of the side of Monobuzi. Now it's going to be a proper engagement. Tiga dives in. He's going to be jumping in right now onto that cat. If Pedro comes out to try and save the Mercy out, he's not going to go down, and now Leonardo's going for a counter tickle. But Clausen, again, he's so clinical on this fire. Picks off Timu. Now we're going to be seeing Leonardo's trying to tickle even more. Can he get anything? No, but he can't. And we see a fire will. That's a Zyro and a Transcendence from Creator trying to keep that team alive. Can't get much in a high noon from Marquin. Can he get nothing? He can! He gets Minty Pika down, but he does die himself to Createx. Also knocks Fusi out of mech. Switched onto that Diva earlier in the game. And that cat resurrects, picking up Rich and Marquin. A Graviton Surge from the side of Monobuzi's. Can't get anything. Look at Clausen comes back a 3-man Pharaoh from the Monobuzi's side, taking out a massive amount of people. Fusi goes down as well there. And now the overtime, they did kind of C9. Femra has to retreat off the objective, being lovely boxing from Femra and I believe Timu.
Well, that Fire Mercy combo definitely secured them that round. Clausen was doing so much work for the team of, can't remember the name, Monobuzi's, that is the name. But yeah, they're gonna need to really get Timu doing some work here if they're gonna get anything done, because he obviously wasn't doing too much of Soldier. But we're gonna see a Farah coming out on Fenrir, swapping the tank around, Diva on Fusi on Diva. That's not surprising, but Clausen has actually switched off of Farah, surprisingly, going for the Widow pick, and I'd like to see how this goes. Widow can do a lot for the team, but if they're not hitting any shots, well, it's not going to do anything at all.
Is the strongest map on Ilias for the Widow. Clausen probably picking up there to try and do something. This is a GM DPS main, obviously very adept at his DPS picks. And we do see Fusi going back onto that Diva, what he's well known for amongst the server. Probably what carried him to GM almost. But now we're going to be seeing the first fight opening up. Rick's going for an early engage, is kind of being shot on my team. Good bomb from the sort of player now. Now Leonard is being way more aggressive than Midgespeak. We've seen a lot of this in this game. He's going around the background, and Midgespeak isn't playing a defensive wisdom. But Andakat does get isolated there. Does it down to half by the tickle of Midgespeak. And meanwhile, we see Fenrir taking up Clausen. Going to give the advantage to Monobuzi. As well as Midgespeak takes out Andakat. Leonard jumps off the edge. Maybe not the best wisdom dive he's done today. And then we see Team taking that Pinotaur as well. It's going in favor of Monobuzi. Something has changed there, and it may even be Clausen's switch, really. Although he does take off Fenrir at the end of that fight.
Well, that fight I feel was secured as soon as 3 people died in quick succession, one of which being a suicide from Leo, straight off the map. Not sure if that was on purpose or not. He might have just thought, you know, this fight's over, gonna just kill myself quickly. Anyway, we're getting back into it now.
From a 2-0 situation with the win still alive. Now Leonard is trying to prepare his further loss, and Clausen though picks off Team. And meanwhile, Fusi still taking out Marquin, and Major Big with a lovely dive from the Winston onto Clausen. And it looks like it's still going in favor of Monobuzi. They have an extra kill in this fight, and as well as 2 now because of Fenrir taking that Peanutter. It's definitely going in favor of Monobuzi. The team is great. Now Fenrir using his barrage can only get, and that cat though as Clausen takes out Fenrir mid-ult. I mean, we did see Fusi take out Leonardo's with that Diva play he's well known for.
Well, that fight just was very back and forth. Right? A lot more back and forth than the others. The others have all been mostly just one team dying, the other team staying alive. But there were kills going back and forth, but one just... Modabuse just managed to get more kills onto Modabuses there. With the knockoff on Fusey and everything else that happened.
Seeing a Diva bomb coming out from Fusey. We've seen a lot of great Diva bombs in our time at OverPUGS. I mean, did get a lovely bomb here, taking out Leonidas for the team of Modabuse. Meanwhile, Phantom actually, as the Mercy picks up Peanuts, but he dies himself to Marquin. Klausen goes down to Minjabika. Fusey takes out Markin after the resurrection and that cat, getting Leo and Pinata back alive. And now Leo, he's ulting Leonidas here on the Winston, really hammering at Timu. Can he get anything that doesn't look like it? But meanwhile, Fenrir bringing death from above for Modabuse here. Takes out Pinata and that cat. And Fusey eventually finishes off the Winston player in Leo there. And we only have 7% left for the side of Modabuses. A High Noon versus the Tactical Visor. Timu Tactical Vising. Marquin using the High Noon does get taken out, and they just box them from the jet. Like the Timu's lovely zoning visor there.
Yeah. That hold off just at the end was quite nice. The defense matrix and the attack visor held them back. Marquin just gave up on his High Noon and just let it go. But during that those last few fights, including the res and everything, Fusey was just killing them before and after. Someone rezzed, Fusey was there to set them out. His Diva play is very obviously Grandmaster level because he was taking a lot out. Klausen switched to Widow might have been the reason for that loss, and we're now seeing him on Genji instead. It's switching up quite a lot here. They now actually have triple tank on the team with Modabuses.
Yeah,
See how well that could go.
Peanuts are playing on a Rich on a Reinhardt here.
My ultimate is charging.
Something seems to be happening. Oh, I'm not.
Fenrir gets taken out by Peanuts. Fenrir bringing death from above here, takes out Zenyatta. Again, Fusey takes out Leo. That's a sort of 76 down by the Diva Fusey. Another kill from Fusey here onto Rich. Doing so much work here on this Diva.
In range of the objective. Form up on me.
Well, it looks like a Mercy 1v1 went down in that room, and the Mercy one trick got beaten. Somehow.
Phantom does do really well though to take out and that cat.
Yeah, Phantom is pretty good, I will say.
The fight does go in favor of Modabuse. Something changing in their team play that's made them much stronger on these second and third points. And now we're seeing Fenrir flying up again. He's being so brutal so far. Doesn't have his Mercy to save him. It looks like we'll be able to escape, but Klausen is going to be hunting him down. Klausen does pick him off. And now we're going to be producing him. Maybe trying to get more. Maybe not.
Oh, Phantom off the edge with Rich, but Phantom flew back and into suicide for no reason. Phantom is going complete battle mercy, not even healing his team. He's too into this to care. He just wants to kill people at this point.
Everyone heal up.
We also saw there, I believe Klausen taking out, I think it was Timu, but Klausen doesn't get killed, outplayed by Createx there. He takes him out from the Zen. Not what you want to be saying on the gym play, but Rich with a what a charge! Kills Fusey and Pika there. And now we see both Mercy's rezzing, Fusey and Pika both being rezzed by Phantom. Meanwhile we see, and that cat rezzing Leo. Timu with a tactical visor does take out Leonardo, and now we see a Dragon Blade from Carson. Can he get anything? He gets two! Taking out Fenrir and Team, and now a Graviton Surge from Markin. Can't get anything, no one traps him, but Phantom does kill him! And Mercy kills Azai, and it's again every day.
Yes, the Battle Mercy. It's more personal than people think it is. Try and 1v1 a Mercy and it might go badly if they know how to shoot.
Surprising amount of damage from Phantom.
Oh, apparently the Zarya was actually a misclick, which is very unfortunate for Team of Modabuses. That's a very important ult that's just been lost.
The tactical visor from Leo is countered by a Transcendence from Createx. We also see the Demon Fusey not getting much. And now Fenrir and Createx open up the killing for Modabuse. Leo and Rich do go down to both of them, and now the Mercy neither of the Mercies do have res charge. Sorry, Phantom has res charge, staying very safe on the outside to the point, making sure that his team, if they do lose this fight, will be resurrected. But there's not another, it doesn't matter they're going with. Only Carson to the point. If he can get a 1v5 Dragon Break, he can. He's a GM player. Can he get anything more? Picks up Timu, picks up Fenrir. That's 3 kills from that class, and he's equalizing for his team. A solo carry, but Phantom
never die.
Picks up the Red and not finds him with the Dragon Blade. Now a shatter, an Earth shatter from Rich. Takes off Fusey. Klausen, meanwhile, does take up Fenrir. And Leo does take out Phantom. Maybe too late after that resurrection. Now we have Timu Going for this guy, the takes out and that cat while he was very, very close to Reg, 50% there. And then we see Markin trying to get a trade in consolation on 3C. It doesn't mean anything though, as Mod Abuse finish off Punata and Marquin and win the point.
Jesus Christ, that was intense. A lot was happening in that fight. I'd give you an analysis, but genuinely, Jesus. Clausen did very well to get a 3K against 4 people as Genji, jumping around them. Just that was a very nice moment. But unfortunately, Phantom just came in with the res, completely crushed his dreams, and it seemed like it was all over from that res. Everyone else was alive. They just couldn't deal with it. People were flooding back in, but everyone was dying one after another, trickling, and nothing could be done on the side of Monobuses. We're going to see Clausen actually coming off the DPS, going on to Zen. However, Zen can be a very good DPS if you have the skills. But seeing very, very different team comps coming out. Timmy was now on the Widow. We'll see how well he does with that, see if he can take out some people on the side of Monobuses, maybe the Pharah, hopefully. But it looks like the team fight is going to be engaging now. Oh, Fenrir taken out by Rich.
Doesn't get taken down. Doesn't get taken. Takes Fenrir out, and now we have Timu doing exactly what he said. Punishes Pinata for his solo Pharah play away from his Mirth. Does get killed off by that with an assist from Kratos. Now makes Big going in. He'll be tickling Marquin. He's isolated here from his team. No support. He's get taken down. Meanwhile, we see Leononis picking up the Reaper at the start of this round. Does get taken out by Fusi. And now the point has already been captured from Modibus. It's got to be favouring them as the fight that extends here.
Take the objective.
Is gonna all be tipping up for Mod Abuse. And now they
Battle Mercy coming out again.
And that cat taken out by Fusi. Their healers got isolated. It's gonna be quite a trickle. They're fully regrouped except from their Mercy, who's still isolated. Just respawned back at spawn. That's gonna give them at least 25% before the fight opens up. So we're gonna be seeing Fenrir flying high, flying up above. Leonardo's trying to kill him with the Reaper. I'm not sure if that will work. But Createx though does take out the Grandmaster McCree from Clausen. He gets isolated by Zenyatta. I believe it was a right click, very nice play from Createx to really slow down the assault and Monobuses. If they engage now, they're going to be engaging 5v6. And this might make it even worse. Fusi with the bomb can't get anything. Maybe not his best bomb he's ever done. But we just see Mitch going in. Going to be tickling out Rich. Can't get anything of his team who picks up the United. They're going in one by one here. It's just trickle fest as Fusi takes out Peanutser. Monaco is doing such a good job of just isolating the enemy team, taking them out one by one and picking them off. And we're seeing this even more here. Marquin being isolated by Mentripika. Has Anaka to heal him, he might escape here, but still, it's great case in point. The Phantom does actually go down to Klausima, and that cat goes down to Lucy. Both Mercies are dead here, but Rich takes out Fenrir. It's going in favor of Monabuses. Both Mercies have res. They're not able to get them off, at least for this portion of the fight. But Timu, this brutal Widow, takes out Clausen here, and that's going to completely swing the momentum of this battle in favor of Modibuse.
No one can hide from my sight.
Looks like the Mercies are back on both sides.
And Timu takes out Peanutser. Again, he was going for maybe a flank soldier play, can't pull off though. Maybe they can rip up the wise, but we want to see Rich beating Fuzi in terms of evil. Takes out Timu, we're clearing the area. Leonidas goes for his Reaper roll, but Fenrir takes it out, counters it with a Pharaoh, and so does Kratos with his Transcendence. So many odds coming out here. A Resurrection alive and ready for the Town of the Mud, as well as Diva Bomb from Fusi. Then we have Peanutser available on Mantis Wiser, and he's going to be using it straight away. Can he get anything? He takes out Fenrir. A Diva Bomb from Fusi can't get anything though, and Timu does take out Clausen as well. Kratex does take out Peanutser. It's going in favor of Modibus once more. Fusi does get out taken out of Mech, but it's surely all just consolation prizes at this point. Rich gets taken out of Mech. Kratex finishes him off, and Mitchell takes out Marquin, and it's going in favor of Mod Abuse.
Well, that was a fight. Fusi emoting, getting the BM in. Very nice, very nice. And now we get C play of the game. I think it's going to be, it's the res. Oh, it's the Dream Crusher. The destruction of Clausen. It's not even the 3-man res. It's a, different res. 2-man res. And some Battle Mercy.
And that did swing the fight. He does also pick up Peanutser. The beautiful Battle Mercy from Phantom. Gets a lot done though.
He only got punished for it once. He got, I think, quite a lot of kills with his Battle Mercy, only getting punished once by Mark and hitting a nice shot on him as McCree.
So yeah,
well done.
We saw some very, very good play from a lot of players in that game. Some good resurrections coming out from both and that cat and the Phantom. We also saw some pretty great Winston play from Pika, really allowing his team to get space, allowing Fusi, allowing Timu, and allowing Femre to really open up that alleyway with the damage up that they're fighting with. But meanwhile, we did see Clausen really do a lot of work on his Genji, do a lot of work on his Pharah, also took the first point from Modabuse using that. But it is 1-0 in favour of Modabuse.
Yeah, Pico definitely showed that even silver players can be competent. But anyway, it looks like we're moving on to Hanamura now. It's a loser's pick at the moment, and apparently this is Fusi's favorite map, so it should be fun to see him doing some diva work on that because, well, we'll be surprised if he doesn't. But I think the loss there was down to Clausen switching off Farah. That was what won them their first round. But we're gonna move into Hanamura now and seeing how the teams pick.
Yeah, Clausen applied so much pressure and put the side of Modabuse on the back foot with that Farah, where no hit scan could take him out 1v2 with his Mercy Pocket, which allowed him to do so much work up in the skies.
We're seeing some pretty memey strats here right now. We're not sure if they're legit or if they're genuinely going to attack Symmetra. We'll find out soon enough, but Pico on Bastion. I can tell you that's probably not the best pick for him. He's not a hit scan player. He's definitely a Winston. He likes to tickle people to death. So we'll see if that genuinely is what they pick. And it seems like it is. They are going full defensive Bastion, Orisa, all that. The Symmetra Torbjorn combo to getting so much health can be very, very potent if you can set it up. But if you can take them out quickly, then it's just all over because they can't put out enough damage for it to work.
I believe both comps have been slotted in here. What you don't want to see in comp games here on the defensive side, really captained by Fusi on that Orisa and Femrit on that Rhine, a Torbjorn from Createx, Timu on the Symmetra, Phantom on the Mercy, and Pika on the Bastion. And I actually believe this Symmetra attack Symmetra pick is legitimate, as I believe Marquin.
Never mind.
He is a Symmetra main. He is a Symmetra main, and I was about to mention that. But he looks like he's going to go and pick that his old faithful Zaya. We saw him play that on Ilios here. But the attack
that was
be very
beautiful
interesting.
timing.
Genji, Reinhardt, Mercy, Zaya, Zenyatta, and Hanzo all being picked up here. Let's see if they can break down this stall defense from the side of Modabuse, really abusing some of the more cheesy comps in this game, living up to the name. We see Clausen going very offensive to open up this fight, flying his hands arrows everywhere to try and get a kill. We also see Leo going in deep, trying to get some space for his team. They're forcing themselves out of the courtyard. They've got room here to work with. The side of Modabuse holding up on the point instead of playing more offensively. We do see Createx's turret finally does go down from that high ground. Despite the team of Modabuse holding at this point, with all the space they have, Rich's team with Clausen and Pinata and what have you, Modabuses are not taking the space given to them, and they allow team to try to cement teleporters before the first fight even erupts. Right now they're just poking. Finally, Marquin pushes out, tries to get his team in space going on the flank, and that is the cue that they engage on. But Fenrir, a fire strike to end all fire strikes, takes out and that cat and
Both
Pinata.
supports. That might just close out this fight completely. That fire strike killed off the most important people.
And as Rich goes down to main street, we almost see 3 players really isolated here. Clausen goes down, Leo and Marquin are the only ones left. Leo being strapped onto by Timu does actually get a kill. That could be a pick in the next fight. As soon as Clausen respawns, they can engage on this. They do have a teleporter, so they might take that charge. But if they do, that's going to make it so the teleporter is slightly weaker in the fight that they really do need it. And now they have a sort of pincer attack on the point. Leo and Marquin both being able to flank around, forcing some attention for team away, as Rich and the healers push into the main entrance.
Leo is just kicking at them, doing damage constantly. Taking damage himself, but he has the heal packs. There's 3 around here he can sit on and just keep using. But he looks, he's very much being careful here, waiting for the entire team to be ready to push in.
And when we look at the old situation, obviously the teleporter's up for Modabuse, but they have a Mercy Resurrection, a Molten Core, and a tank form from the Bastion. But meanwhile, we do see Alex using his Dragon Blade, killing Rich Beaker, forces the res from the Phantom, but doesn't actually get taken out by Timu turrets. That solo res might be a bit too weak, might not be able to let their team get through. As Timu gets picked up,
there's only 4 left.
Maybe playing too defensive. Obviously that teleporter is up for the side of Modabuse. There's only 4 left for the Modabuses. and every single charge and teleporter that is used makes it weaker in the future, but in this match we really need it. As I think Peanuts are going for a flank on the Zenyatta, gets taken out by the Phantom. Meanwhile, Timu takes out Clausen with his Symmetra Flare. And now we see, I believe, a tank form going out from Midweek as a shatter from Fenrir. Really trying to close out this fight. Leonidas the only one left. Marquin and Andak Cap by themselves, really. No one to resurrect or even support them here.
The lack of focus on the teleporter with two flankers, Tracer and Genji, people who can take out the teleporter easily, they're just not going for it, and it's really probably a problem for them because every time they take someone out, they're back instantly. No problem.
Happen using Midweek, it does get possible, and it takes out Fenrir as well, forces the resurrection of Phantom before they even use many of their ults. Leonidas takes out Great Destroyer, and I believe that's Fuzi forced to use his supercharger. As a Graviton Touch comes out here, a shatter as well from Rich. He dies to Team as Midweek takes out that cat. We do see the fight equalizes. Marquin takes out Fuzi, Fenrir dying to Leonidas, and the Dragon Play from Leonidas as he's being supported by Transcendence from Peanutter. He goes down to Team, but he does get Phantom down before he can charge the reds. He is quite far away, but he still could charge it in this fight. Now only Leonidas left. Can he pull off a Clausen? No. Gets taken out by Team, and a resurrection from that cap gets him back in the fight. Taken out by Team again. Peanutter goes down also, and now there's really no one left to contest. It's Clausen and Rich versus the world. Clausen trying to go onto Createx here. Can't really get him. He gets taken out by Createx himself as Fusi kills Rich. We only really saw 2 fights from the side of MonoBs, maybe 3. They wasted probably 2 minutes and 30 seconds of time total. Just holding at that choke is not doing much.
Yeah, that was they just didn't ever really engage. They should have really engaged a lot more than they did. They didn't go for the teleporter once. The teleporter lasted the entire game, wasn't even used up by the teammates because no one died. Timu died once, and I saw him walking back from spawn because he thought, you know what, I don't need to use the teleporter. Save it for a later fight. And he didn't need to. It wasn't used again. Looks like... Yeah.
It looks like a very similar comp from the defensive comp from MonoBs is going to be picked up here by MonoBs. In the fact they do have the Symmetra, they do have the Mercy, they do have the Reinhardt from Rich. Clausen picking up a Soldier 76 here, and Peanuts are playing Zenyatta, sorry. And Leonidas does pick up Genji on this defensive. Won't have much support to go in with. Possibly an orb from Zenyatta will support him, but other than that, he's going to be quite isolated with not much support on his dive and on his flank.
The use of Ryan is actually surprising me quite a lot because Ryan has dropped out of the meta a lot. The lack of Winston, to be honest, was what surprised me the most. I expected a dive comp from the side of MonoBs when they attacked, but instead it's coming out on the side of MonoBs. Fenrir being on that Winston and Createx on that Zenyatta, that combo is deathly. If you can discard someone, you're not going to be tickling them, you're going to be electrifying them as you should be. But we're going to see triple DPS actually from MonoBs with only one tank on Fenrir being a Winston. And that could be a problem, or it could be deathly. If they can output enough DPS that they don't die and the enemies die, then obviously that's just they've won easy. But they don't have to do much, they only have to get a third, which is probably why they have all the DPS. So just get in there and get all the damage done and get out. Well, win, not get out.
One thing I would like to see from the team is a Sombra here, especially good on Hanamura, one of the best dive characters you can see. But now the team really picking her up here, maybe that's a lack of experience with her, or maybe a lack of knowledge about how good she is, as this is the Scrub Cup. But we do see first fight, the harassment going out to begin with. A difference in holding style here. Rich and his team holding directly the trick. MonoBs going for less poke and more offensive play. Meanwhile, MonoBs obviously held from that point and locked them down. And Clausen does take out a team that's going to slow them down, but meanwhile, Fusi does trade, does pick up Leonidas, and with that spawn of Varus, that is going to be going in favour of MonoBs. But we also see Fenrir probably diving into preemptively there. Those are taken out by Clausen as well, meaning that MonoBs does end up taking this fight. We also going to be seeing the side of MonoBs trying to regroup, Fenrir coming back from the spawn. A lot of damage going out to Clausen specifically from Fusi. Obviously that rivalry still very strong here. MonoBs have to take that his map to keep going. Now Fenrir going in from MonoBs. Doesn't see how my Marquin. He's not getting much work done as a Winston, not as much as Pika did on those first few maps. Not getting the space the team needs. And at this point I would be saying maybe you put Phantom on the Mercy, you put Pika on the Winston, and then you switch up the team a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Phantom is a very potent Genji. It's what got into Masters, but Pika maybe being on the Mercy might not be that bad. He can stay back. He can do his job. We haven't actually seen. Oh, Timu and Fenrir have actually swapped now. Timu is on the Winston instead, and Fenrir has taken up Eva. And they're going full dive, double tanked. Everything is as it would be in a normal meta pick.
We are going to be seeing Klaus use his tactical advisor here. The fire's already opened up. Rich getting a charge onto Fenrir, pulls him out of mech, and now a teleporter has come online for marking. That's going to be a big deal for them if they can get in here, but Phantom's directly onto it. Much more haste to get onto that teleporter than the other attacking side. Now we'll see Leo using his blade, picks off Greatex, also going on the Fenrir here. Does get taken out by Phantom though with a final dash. Does take on by Klaus and eventually does Phantom. But that teleporter is used a lot more by everybody. We see Phantom here with his blade after Resurrection and that capping up 2. Marking going down as that cat. And meanwhile we have a rocket rush incoming from Fusi, takes out the teleporter, but it is ending up going in favor of OverPUGS. Klaus doing so much work. 3 kills from him there.
It's a third.
A third. And we see a fourth.
Oh, a fourth.
On the Createx as Fenrir probably killed himself to
Commit suicide.
back in here to his mech probably.
Yeah. That's the first time I've actually seen someone stopping a stagger in the Scrub Cup. No one really knows about that. It's a very useful thing that can help. Timu is dancing, he doesn't care anymore. But it's like Timu's tickling Rich through the shield, but he's getting all the healing mercies on him. Zenyatta's on him. He's not dying anytime soon, but his shield might.
And we do
They're all just doing quick damage at this
Fenrir
point.
going and getting space into this right room, allowing his Genji, allowing Leo to go through. They were getting very low, but Carlson ends up picking up Createx. Rich takes out the Phantom. Createx takes out Marquin. Carlson again another kill onto Timu. It is again going in favor of OverPUGS here. Locking down the defense. We could be seeing a draw coming ahead. 30 seconds left on OverPUGS. Neither team really making a big dive, a big attack, a big coordinated attack, and the ult situation on OverPUGS is much as weaker than OverPUGS. A blade from Leo coming up, Rich having a shatter, and that cat with a resurrection, and Klaus with a tactical visor. Then when we see Creative with an Alpha and Richie Pika with a resurrection, and Medusa the shatter coming up straight away. Rich does the shatter down, but Creative using that aforementioned Zenyatta, and we obviously Leonidas, I believe that that's his play, does pick up the Phantom with it though. And now we're going to be seeing the fight opening up. It is still going slightly in favour of the side of OverPUGS, the defensive side, especially with the teleport that's still, I believe, for 1 charge active. Could mean a lot, but we see Clausen again doing so much work as that teammate. Peanutter counters that Farah from Fuzi. Rich takes a minute Pika. Did have that res available, could have maybe swung the momentum to fight with that, but he can't. And now it's the final point. Overtime ticking down. And it's a draw.
It's a draw. Well, it looks like both teams are very defensive.
Maybe not what we expected from the side.
Well, all I can see is chat is Dronimura. And that is pretty accurate, because that's what was said before the game even started. No one could even get on the point.
Hanamura, obviously well known for their draws, well known for house pops, and well known for mercenary players from Pika.
Another Mercy play of the game that we're going to see now. This time, another double Merez, but we'll always see the Battle Mercy come out. Nope. Oh, maybe. No.
It was very interesting. We saw almost a very, very decisive defense from OverPUGS. I was almost certain they'd be rolling maybe one fight OverPUGS, but they held down with the soldier from Klaus. The Synerx teleporter kept them out through the mid of that game and allowed them to be able to full hold, and I believe in vein with the Scrub Cup's rules, be going on to a best of 1 on a control map.
Well, we're going to be waiting because one of the players does need to use the bathroom, but that is fine. We can take that time to think about what has happened so far, generally. And what has happened so far is very, very back and forth between the skill between both teams. Generally, OverPUGS in the beginning was the dominant team, and they managed to hold perfectly well, but they just couldn't get past the defensive OverPUGS. It looks like on the map of Hanamura, defense is the way to win, and attack just doesn't work. Right. we'll find out what map is being used soon enough once the teams figure out who's picking because they drew, which makes it so that neither team lost.
Just made that for you. So yeah, we're seeing the draw come out on Hanamura here. And one thing it could be attributed to this draw coming out here is the nature of PUGS. You know, not being the most coordinated type of play. Obviously, teams are made within minutes, possibly an hour of the game starting. So there's no practice. There's possibly a lack of communication amongst the teams as well, meaning that coordinating a dive to break that kind of defense is much harder, especially on maps like Hanamura where the defense is a lot more difficult to break through.
Well, unfortunately here we've got some unprofessionalism. Players just have to leave, so we're going to have to somehow get a sub in. Not sure how we're going to manage that, but we will find a way, as Pika needs to leave for unknown reasons. I assume something that family related or personal, but we will find someone.
So Menji Pika are going to have a quick, possible technical kind of pause here.
Well, I mean, it just means we get to sit here and talk about anything really. Try and keep it as professional as we can.
You can attribute a lot of the success to individual skill as well. Clausen doing a lot, Pika obviously has to leave now, but he's also doing a lot. Phantom Hinks and nice reses, and that cat played in the last two of PUGS here, playing Mercy exclusively and always hitting those good reses. Fusi not hitting the amazing diva bombs that we always see from him, but just having very, very good standard diva play being utilised. Then we have players like Peanutser and Marquin doing their job. Possibly could play maybe a bit more aggressive in the side of Marquin, maybe a bit more defensive in the side of Peanutser. That might be a general note for anyone. Leonidas doing quite well on the Genji we saw in Hanamura. They're getting a lot of kills, hitting some quite nice Dragon Blades to equal out the fights. Also see Rich's Reinhardt, surprising pick, not what you normally see. Hit some quite nice shots, has protected his team well on that Monobuzi defense, which allowed them to sustain to that draw.
Sorry, I'm just trying to sort this out right now.
So obviously we're going to have to wait a while to see what actually occurs between the subs and what have you. So, in the meantime, we can possibly talk about the kind of changes you'd like to see, possibly from the side of both Monobuzi and Monobuzi, trying to get that extra bit of leeway in terms of winning I believe the best of one control map that's coming up. Obviously the first control map went in favour of the side of Monobuzi, taking the Ilios 3-1. The one round from Monobuzi's being attributed to a Clausen and that cat Farm Mercy combo, which really forced Monobuzi back and forced them out of their comfort zone. We actually didn't see that pick again, which might be questionable. We might be seeing it picked up here if we are playing a best of one control, possibly being the most successful thing to be used.
Now, we almost got a sub, but apparently they have not got access to their PC at the moment, so unfortunately we're not going to get that person in. We're going to have to wait even longer. Sorry for this. Anyone in the chat who has any questions, or is there anyone in the chat at all? I have no idea. I can't see the stream.
We could do a quick question and answer session about the Scrub Cup, and
It's your only topic.
I mean, well, if a quick summary, the Scrub Cup is a tournament sub 2,500 sub players only, and it's a tournament for sub 2,500 SR players. As I said at the beginning of the stream, it is a tournament in which players sign up as solo players and are matched into teams of 6 and assigned a coach. They are then put into a tournament in which they are supposed to kind of get used to the competitive format that we see in professional Overwatch games, like the Overwatch World Cup happening right now.
just seeing if we can get a sub from a different server at the moment. Jeez. Jeez, this is not going well.
So, one thing that they could do, aside from abuse, is, I believe on the offense we saw Phantom not picking up Mercy. I think we've seen a lot of him playing before, and we then saw, I believe, Fenrir playing on the off-tank role. No, Fenrir playing the Winston after pushing off the team. Assuming that the sub who comes in is similar to Pika and can play Winston, one thing I would like to see from the side of Mod Abuse is to possibly put the Phantom on to Mercy, put Timu onto DPS, have Fusi off tanking, and obviously the sub playing Winston. Meanwhile, on the other side, what could be interesting is if Leonidas possibly plays the main tank role. Rich is doing a great job on that Reinhardt, but Leonidas obviously is a, I believe, a Reinhardt main, and also plays quite a lot.
Okay, we may have a sub. We may have a sub. Maybe, maybe. Don't goddamn hype it up. We have two possibilities of a sub right now from a different server.
I'm a hype man, it's my job.
Yeah, I know. But you're not in the hype crew though, so.
I am not in the hype
crew. You're not in the hype crew, right?
Speaking of the hype crew, if you did not know, if you're not a avid user of the Scrub Cup Discord server, is part of the staff members, and obviously not all the staff members, as seen by Fusi, do have to be sub 2,100 SR. So obviously, if you are over 2,100 SR and you can't play in the actual cup, the Scrub Cup is always welcoming to casters like me and Luke, coaches to fill out the teams, or supporting staff such as Fusi to moderate the server and possibly do community outreach projects also.
Timu's asking us to sing in the meantime while we wait. I'm not singing.
I won't sing, but
Rich, I've said that God damn it.
We can do some more analysis.
They want me to rap now because I said I can rap, but only specific songs. God damn it. I'm not doing this, we have a sub now.
Was it not you, Luke, who said you could rap the fast part of Dan Paul's Overwatch rap at 2 times speed?
Not the fast part, I can do it at 1.5 times speed for the whole thing. And that wasn't while we were live, god damn it.
It wasn't while we were live, it was pre-live, but I think if we do have to wait for a bit longer, we could see some...
Apparently my keyboard is annoying during the stream, according to...
Your keyboard is rather loud, I would say bring it away from the mic a little bit.
I can't, my desk space. My microphone is at the back of my desk, my keyboard's at the front, that's as much as I'm getting. Look, I can put it on my legs, you can probably still hear that. That's just me tapping on it. Cables.
Oh, we do see someone being invited to the game from
yeah,
Mod Abuse.
Yeah, that is a friend of mine, the Pika's, don't worry.
Vectillion, the player coming in here.
He's in the wrong goddamn channel. Okay, I wish I had the ability to drag him 1 second.
He's in the wrong channel, but that's just slight admin work. This competitive season, Vectillion, currently residing around about Pika's SR. This season has been a DPS player, but in all modes. We've seen a pick and follow of Ryan, possibly going to be switched to that main tank role, if he needs to.
He's a flex player.
Are you flex player?
Yes, I know him well enough. I know him well enough to tell you what he does. He plays Soldier quite a bit. He prefers Pharah though. Pharah is his more preferred hero, but he will flex onto tank and healer if necessary. So we'll see how he does. Replacing Pika, obviously, the tank. I am getting messages all over the place.
And if you are just coming into the stream, currently we are running Scrub Cup OverPUGS. We're currently in a slight technical delay as one of the players had to leave. But so far we have Mod Abuse versus Mod Abuses. Mod Abuse being comprised of Vectillion, Phantom, Fusi, Timu, Fenrir, and Protex, and Mod Abuses.
Well, Phantom is now the new owner of the lobby, and he's probably confused as hell and scared.
Paulson, Peanutter, Markwin, and that cat, Leo, and Rich. The current scoreline is 1-0 in favour of OverPUGS. We just played Hanamura, it was a draw, so I believe we're going to a best of one on Ilios to decide who will win this set. If obviously OverPUGS wins, they win the series. If OverPUGS wins, they take it to a third map.
You need Timu to use his mod powers to drag Vex into the right channel. Currently. Wait, is he in the right channel? He is now, I believe. Yep. Okay. Just trying to get them to figure out how to choose a map. Because there was no loser or winner of the game, so they can't decide who gets to choose. So...
Let's us decide. The best of one on the pool.
Okay, Dorado it is.
A Dorado map. So a full map of Dorado.
They're arguing in chat over who gets to pick the map and who gets the map and whatever. Oh, okay, 1 second. We are ready. I know that.
It looks like the technical pause is going to be slightly bit longer than normal. Not
looks like we're ready.
Scrub Cup rules to have Dorado being played as a decider map, but
it's fine.
To decide who wins the Hanamura game, which obviously was a draw, we're going to be going into Dorado here. Mod Abuse vs Mod Abuses, Mod Abuse being one map up.
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Right, it has begun. Kratos going straight onto Torbjorn, a beautiful pick for him, definitely going to be kept. Oh, and Fenrir on Junkrat as well, even better pick. Honestly, I think that's that. I'm messing, sorry. Vec's already saying that he's not going to do anything, and that is not surprising to me, as he does genuinely feel like he deserves to be in gold, but he definitely does. So we'll see some good players. I am expecting greatness from him. But currently, we've got on the attacking side. Yes, it is the attacking side. The side of Mod Abuse. Yes, I believe. Yes. Yes, I had to make sure by reading the names. They currently have Timu on the DPS with Fenrir. Phantom taking Torbjorn because Torbjorn is very much the needed pick here. Fusi's actually switched to Winston now, which is not surprising, Winston being so included in the meta. I think they're all not really giving us a chance to analyze their team comp by picking by going between picks and stupidity and all that. But
So one thing we are seeing from the side of Mod Abuse is they are running what you may even call a Season 3, Season 4 combo. Reinhardt from Rich and an Arna from Peanut. We don't see those picks much in the meta today. We're also seeing Anak Cat on Mercy, Markin on May, Leo on the Soldier, and Paulson picking up the Fire on the defensive side. Meanwhile, the attacking side is locked in their picks. We have Victilion, the new player picking on Arna, the Phantom playing Diva, Fusi playing Winston, Timu on Genji, Fenrir on McCree, and Kratos on Widow. Pretty standard, except for possibly the Korean Widow dive comp from the side of Mod Abuse. So the first few bits of damage are put out from the May, from Markin. Tries to isolate Timu out, but Fenrir, great hit scan, and then takes out Leonidas, and that gives an opening for the side of Mod Abuse diving. Fenrir does go down to the Mod Abuse's fire. That's Carlson getting him out there, and Carlson with another one, really taking out this dive team, taking out Timu as well. That's going to slow down Mod Abuse's attack almost to a halt. They are one down here, trying to maybe stay in this fight for a bit longer than they should, as they are down Timu still. Looks like Fenrir is getting back, and I believe Timu is also back. So it looks like the second fight can quite easily begin.
Well, the Widow pick has gone straight onto Zen right early. Kratos knew he wasn't doing anything. Straight on Zen, respectable. But Fenrir has taken out Rich. That could make it a lot easier for them to attack here, because they have not got any shields anymore. Their main tank being gone, with only May as their off tank being able to do anything for them. Right now it's just damage back and forth, nothing happening, shields being broken. But an ult from Clausen might mean something, and it's nothing. Timu taking out Peanut Butter and Fenrir shooting Clausen out of the sky, and then taking out Andak Cat. Nothing is going well for them. Fenrir hitting all his shots, and the point has been capped mid-fight. They just Timu taking 3, Rich and Markin, and the fight is over. Mod Abuses are going to have to drop off, and if not, they're gonna have some problems. But Fusi's been selected by Peanutter, clearly overextending and taking advantage of it.
Look at the ult situation here. We have 5 ults from both sides, with one not being lowly charged. The only ult not charged, Phantom's Diva Bomb from the side of Mod Abuse, and Clausen's Blade, Dragon Blade there from the beginning, on the side of Mod Abuse. Switching off the Pharah there. We saw Clausen. So Mod Abuse looking to hold down this defense.
Come here and get stabilized.
Put a Mei wall up. Trying to survive, but Fenrir opens up the fight with a lovely chance and I come behind him. We see a Dragon Blade from Timu onto the backline, picks up Leo, and also now on the backline even more, picking up Peanutter. Also, we also did see a freeze don't move, a Blizzard coming down from Marking. Can't get much though, the Timu getting even more in the backline, picks up Marking. As he's been talked about, the Caster's Curse falling onto him as Creator puts off Rich, and Phantom finishes off Clausen. At this point, we're seeing Mod Abuse kind of begin to roll through this point. They're really gaining momentum. It looks like Mod Abuse won't be able to touch this point, and they have 5 minutes to push only a short distance on this last point. Obviously, the last point is the hardest, but with 5 minutes and with the momentum they have, Mod Abuse looking very strong right now. Team needs to get slept though. Can't be killed. Oh, he can be killed. Clausen with some lovely hits, and also kill onto Fenrir. Look, Clausen could equalize this fight. They are now 2 up on the side of Mod Abuse. That gives them something to work with, that gives them some space, stops momentum from Mod Abuse. And now Mod Abuse can relax, they can rest on the Knolls for only a second. As it
Anyway, fight has begun again. Hammer Edge coming out from Fusi, but he's been frozen. He's just, the team is jumping on him. Phantom is asleep, sleeping on the job. No one's dying, nothing's happening. Timu's low on health, Timu's down from Clausen hit. Take him out with a hit scan. Createx low. Clausen again taking him out, but Rich is down from Fusi.
On to Createx. Fusi doesn't get slept by Peanut, so trying to keep his team alive, trying to keep Clausen up. He has to do something in this fight to maybe equalize here, as it looks like it's slightly in favor of Mod Abuse, as they're getting this payload moving. Fusi dives in with a Diva Bomb from the Phantom. It doesn't even matter, as Fenrir gets a 2-man Diva Bomb onto both of them. Clausen, 1's up Fenrir, and by that I mean 2 up! Hits off Fusi, Fenrir, the Phantom, and Vectilium. What a lovely tactical advisor from him there.
Timu took him out very quickly. Timu, unfortunately though, is on his own because he let his teammates die as he tried to take him out. Couldn't do anything about it. Fusi is blaming the aimbot there for that win on the fight. But anyway, team fight is going to be initiating again. Timu coming out with the Dragon Blade. It's Nano Blade. Never mind. Taking out Peanut straight away. Earth Shatter from Rich, huge shatter, but Createx has pulled out the Transcendence.
And we see a Graviton surge from Leo. Does only get him, but does allow him to be killed by Markwin. But we're just seeing Graviton maybe not being used in the best way. Only Markwin left alive. They didn't get much to get net what they needed. Going for maybe a freezing futility, Markwin. But he uses the Blizzard here, trying to get some time for his team to contest. Does die, but it allows Clausen to get back. It allows him to maybe get a hit scan kill, and he does. Takes Greatex down. Now we see Rich switching onto that Orisa, going right into the payload, puts down his shield, trying to rush out the Phantom, can't get much. As we see Fenrir going on like a pulse woman, Fenrir can't get anything as Peanut takes down Timu with that Arno grenade, that Biotic grenade going out there. Remember, we did see Fusi ulting, using his primary, getting down to low HP, he has to have to jump out, forced out by Clausen there. And if we look at the odds, Clausen has that tactical visor with a nano boost available, and that cat has the Mercy Res, as does Vectilion. Phantom does have a Diva Bomb, but it's in favour of Mod Abuses if we look at the situation right now. Now we see Timu and Fenrir going in. The dive partner is being accompanied by Fusi, trying to dive right onto Clausen, but he does escape, and we see a Diva Bomb coming in. The Phantom can't get much with that, though, but it was very close. Timu takes a Peanut to create extra down Rich, but now with Clausen, he needs to hit a massive visor, and he does. Takes out Timu and Fenrir and that cat raises Rich and Peanut. This is going in favour of the Mod Abuses. Fusi gets taken down after a sleep dart from Peanut, and he also has that boost available. A minute and 40 seconds left inside the Mod Abuse. They've drained so much time away. 3 minutes and 20 seconds being drained away by Mod Abuses onto Mod Abuse. Now Leo playing very aggressively, trying to charge up that Graviton Surge, and he does have it. So he might be able to see a Graviton Surge and maybe Nano Boost onto the Zaya for the side of MonoBZs, but meanwhile we have Fenrir and Team both having their ults, the Tracer and Genji ults being available, as Bactillion and Createx have their support ults from Mercy and Zenyatta. And now we see Team engaging, using his Dragon Blade to take out that cat. Forces the grab from Leonidas out to counter that. Maybe not the best usage of it there, but he does eventually die. Fenrir uses a D1 to Rich to take him down and eventually gets rezzed up by Bactillion to keep him alive. Now Fusi takes out Carlson. This surely is a favorite MonoBoost. As Fusi gets another kill onto Leonidas. Fusi here has to close. Fenrir picks up Peanut, so it's only Markwin left in the page. And that cat flies in. Markwin!
Let's
Markwin! The Beyblade coming up, picks up 4. Now Createx is forced to use the Transcendence to keep him alive. It's a 2-on-2 on the payload now. Look at the spawn advantage for the side of MonoBZs. They can surely win this. It's only Timu really left. As Cloud does a great job boxing Createx. Timu has to run away. What was that? Markwin! He's soloed that for his entire team.
That was a beautiful clutch save from Markwin there. Just Beyblade can do that to a team. I was watching his ult charge, it was going up, he was preparing for it, and he just managed to get it out, and it saved the team. But Timu might backcap here by taking out that cat. If he backcaps this though, it might be a bit embarrassing. He almost does it, but then the team just drops in on him. Clausen taking out Vector and Phantom's Diva and Mech. Timu also taking out that cat, Fenrir taking out the reset. Oh, everyone's dying, Timu's doing so much.
Timu getting 2 kills onto Peanutter and on Lucio and the Mercy from that cat. And that cat doesn't have available. If he can get back, she can't. But it was in overtime that the side of MonoBZ pushed that. They drained 5 minutes on that last point. MonoBZ's
Fusi is doing some friendly banter in the chat, screaming at Clausen that he got wrecked. But
I wouldn't call a 5-minute loss wrecked as such, more maybe slightly deterred.
Yeah, but it was a loss is a loss. They now have to deal with that by doing the exact same thing. But anyway, trying to think. That was very close. That clutch save from Markin, destroying everyone with the Beyblade. It could have saved them but he didn't have it again for the last team fight, and it allowed MonoBoost, I believe, yes, to win that fight.
So now we're going on to MonoBoost's defense. Have been doing quite well on the defense. We saw a very strong defense at Hanamura. Could be a repeat here. But if we're looking at the original comps picked up, Fusi on the Orisa here, not maybe what he's well known for his Diva instead. Looks like Phantom picking up the Diva. We then see Clausen picking up the Farah, Peanutter on the Zenyatta, Markwin on the Zaya, and that Cap on the Mercy we've seen on every single game so far. Leonidas on Genji and Rich picking up Winston. So it's a very standard dive comp for the side of MonoBoosts. And then
God, these names are too similar to make it easy.
And then you see MonoBoost picking up a Mercy, a Diva, a Reinhardt, a Genji, a Reaper, and a Lucio. So possibly going for maybe a counter dive comp there, trying to sit behind the Ryan shield, trying to use the Diva maybe as a counter, and Fenrir's Reaper as some sort of killer for Rich's Winston.
Witches. He's not Mercy today.
Witches Winston. So we're going to be seeing the spawn doors opening up. We're going to be seeing Rich going straight to that payload, but Timu playing very, very stealthily. Standing on this roof behind Clausen and that cat's pharmacy combo.
No.
Can't get much though.
They haven't
now going to have Clausen executing
him.
onto him.
And he's down. He couldn't escape. It wasn't the best player.
On team, but in the meanwhile, we did see a dive come in from Rich. Does get too low, and he can't get many kills from it, but it does open up the space. It forces them back up the choke here, gets them off that high ground. And with Timu down, this fight is going to be a 6v5 in favour of MonoBoosts. And when we do see the divers pushing over the right side, Rich is going to have to Fenrir though. That equalizes the fight from the Reaper player there, getting some lovely Beyblades and love to replay this game. And we see a lot more of it here. Meanwhile, back to the payload, we see Markwin trying to shred Fusi's Reinhardt shield down. Can't do it though, as Timu plays offensively and blocks him out of the fight. So, despite losing Timu early, MonoBoost takes that fight quite easily. After Fenrir takes out Rich, they probably waited too long on the dive after Timu's death to go in there, and now Timu going in once more. Hits a dash in, can't get much though. And now the fight's already opened up. A counter dash from Leo goes in, but a rocket barrage is incoming from Clausen. Actually does kill himself. Not what you want to expect from your GM Farah player. And meanwhile, Fenrir punishes Rich, Fusi punishes Peanutter, Teemu punishes and that cat. Leo can kill Fusi in the meantime, but Fenrir also kills Markwin.
Traitor here.
And then the Phantom also goes down to Leo's Genji. So almost a clean sweep for Modabuse. And then look at Modabuse's ults. All of their ults are over 80% here. Teemu already having his, Fenrir having this brutal Blade. And then we're seeing that Dragon Blade come out from Teemu. Can he get much? No, he gets shut down by Clausen. Can't get anything from the Blade now. We see Fusi reaching his Shatter and Fenrir reaching his Death Blossom and Phantom reaching their Diva Bomb. There's so much available for the team here. They can do so much now. They're using this. Shatter comes in, and a Diva Bomb as well, I believe. Never mind, it was a Pulse Bomb from Clausen. Diva Bomb. Now, Blade Break is powered up by Peanuts' Transcendence, and that cat raises 2. Peanuts are going back for life. Leo takes out Fusi, and now he's going to be saying that Drunga becomes him. Trying to slash through them, speaking in Japanese. You know what? You don't want to get slashed by that man. And he does it, and he kills off Vectilion with the resurrection of the middle. Phantom! One's up Fusi in every single way. A 4-man Diva Bomb. Maybe he should be the GM. Diva main, as he also picks off Markwin. Phantom clutches that out for Modabuse. It might have been going in their favor anyway, but still, Phantom closes that fight in stellar fashion.
I'm gonna say hello to the YouTube highlights for that one. Jesus. Timu, I hear Harvey streaming. Yep, that. The predicted screen.
And now Modabuses have possibly the combo they might be needing to go through here. Clausen's Pulse Bomb and Markwin's Graviton Surge both being available here. But Clausen does get low, being really countered by Fenrir here, not allowed to get onto the backline. Good play from him to stop him from getting much. But Phantom gets forced out of mech. This Diva that won in the last fight could lose in this one, as now Markwin gets a free Graviton Surge. That's so many! And a Pulse Bomb from Clausen! That's his 4 kills! Put that on your menu, the Phantom. But now we see Fenrir tries to clear the area. Maybe a bit too late for that ult. Can't get much, as Fusi also goes down to Clausen, but that was almost the exact opposite of the Phantom's play in the last fight, but it's going in favor of Modabuses here.
Suddenly we have 2 options for play of the game with 2 quadruple kills within the space of 2 team fights.
And that allows...
This is insane.
That allows Modabuse to get the space, to push it in, obviously having way less time than Modabuse had on the save, but then Modabuse got forced down to that 0 time, to overtime, by that 5-minute hold from the side of Modabuses. And now it looks like they're trying to get some room. Rich going right onto the high ground here, trying to get some room, but he does get forced out of map. It's going to slow down the Modabuses push straight away. And now we're going to be seeing Leonidas and Pinter going in, but Clausen wins the Tracer with one to the Fenrir, and now a Dragon Blade from Teemu onto the Mercy. He does get strafed out, and now he can't get anything. Teemu being left high and dry here, can't get anything at all. He gets nothing as Phantom. We've seen one of these already in today's game. Can't get anything though.
Taylor hit everyone from the Diva Bomb there. But we're going to see Peanuts using his breakdown. Beat has been dropped. Another beat has been dropped. All the beats being dropped.
Actually goes for a Dragon Blade straight into that boot was Fusi that does the same, but this time with a tactical visor. The self-destruct is being activated, can't get anything. That was, I believe, Rich's self-destruct being used. But Fusi really cleaned up that fight, getting, I believe, 3 kills, 2 with the tactical visor, and 1 with his normal hit scan aim.
Well, when Fusi's bomb went off, the entire team was grouped up behind the wall. That could have been an easy pick-off, maybe for someone like Leo to Dragon Blade them, but unfortunately he'd already used it, and so the zoning ult was used in vain.
And the Tracer players trade, Leo picking off Fenrir and Fenrir picking off Clausen. So that means that both teams are missing a Tracer, maybe one of their top flankers, especially with Fenrir being very close to that ult. He can't get much, but now we see Teemu blading in, picks up that cat. This is what you like to see from your Genji here. Isolates the Mercy, takes him out, Fusi eliminates Pinata. Teemu gets even more with a kill onto Leo, but he does die eventually to Markwin, and that cleans up the fight for Team Modabuse. Unless Rich can go down here. Is being isolated, dashes back in to try and give himself life, forced out of mech, forced to either run back to spawn as a baby or get killed, and he does get killed by Phantom there.
Fusi has decided that he wants to BM, and he is now dancing on a ledge as his team does all the work. This is what you expect from Grandmaster players, watching as everyone boosts them.
One thing we did see there was Fenrir did waste his pulse bomb and then died to Leo. Not going to be seeing the Tracer player straight away. But they do stay alive. Teemu does drop down, and as does Createx. Modabuse is getting a bit of leeway in the foot, but Vectilion instantly raises it up. But Fusi also dies to Leonidas, and that cat does go down as well, but Vectilion also goes down. Phantom goes down. It is going in favor of Modabuses. It's only Createx in the payload. trying to do his best DSP standing impression as Timu comes back in. They're trying to stay alive, trying to stop them getting any leeway, getting any ground, finding to do concede that fight. But no one's on the payload. They didn't leave it.
Suddenly they've forgotten the payload exists. That could have been fatal if they'd have forgotten that after that team fight, especially after clearing up so well.
So OverPUGS is forced into overtime here. They have to probably win about 2 fights in a row to win this. If they even jump off the payload, if they even lose even a slight leeway in this fight, this should be the game over. And look at the ults from OverPUGS as well. They are nowhere near OverPUGS' ults, but they have everything. But now a Diva bomb. I believe that's from Rich. Sorry, from Phantom. Doesn't get anything though. Not the 4K bomb we saw earlier. But now we see OverPUGS really harassing this payload, really getting them off it, trying to make them C9 naturally. Trying to put them up. Peanuts are forced to break down, as well as Kratos matches him. And now we see Fusi activating that Winder, takes out Carlson, takes out his soldier counterpart, wins that 1v1, but he's forced back out. A Diva trying to DM that, but he does also get a Leonidas also. And that cat with a resurrection picks up Leonidas and Carlson. Furthermore, we did see Rich using his D1, can't get anything with that either, similar to the Phantoms earlier. But it looks like OverPUGS will be winning this fight also. They have a slight man advantage here and they're boxing them on the payload. Kratos the only one left contesting that. And now they're going to get some more ground. If they can win this one fight, they can get it back to this last point and possibly get even with OverPUGS. And I think Carlson also picked up the Phantom, forced out of mech and pick. That's very bad for the side of OverPUGS. Carlson gets another one onto Timu. This allows him to move over. Timu falls to red, but he doesn't get the Phantom back up. It's going to be a long walk for him. As Timu comes back into this fight, trying to contest. Peanuts with skill Fusi. Leonidas kills Vectilion. It's surely going in favour of OverPUGS here. Can they get anything? They have the leeway in this fight. Timu with the backline. Leo doing so much work. Puts up Createx also. Timu doing his best to contest as Clausen uses the lovely tactical rise. It's Fenrir and Timu go down. And OverPUGS 2 fights in a row take the entire point there.
Yeah, wow. That happened. They are currently keeping the momentum, steamrolling through, not losing a single fight. At some points, it did look like there was only Peanuts were actually on the payload, and it was so close. If he'd have jumped on it for a second, it would have been lost. But he stayed on it, he stayed strong, he didn't move from his position. But the high ground has been taken by OverPUGS, a smart player. Literally every single one of them all grouped up. That could be fatal, but
20 minutes.
Fenrir has jumped in. Timu was altered. Dragon Blade coming out, trying to get Andak. He gets her with Fusi's assistance, and Clausen has also been taken out by Fusi. But Phantoms bring Demon Bomb in, taking out no one. But no one is on the payload because everyone is dying. Peanuts are down from Timu, and Markin is on his own. He doesn't know what to do. He's been taken out by Fusi, and everyone's running. No one knows what to do. They're all regrouping.
OverPUGS win that fight and force it 30 seconds to win 2 fights again. Force into overtime, force the situation to try and win the game. OverPUGS need to put this out the bag as Clausen gets harassing on Timu. He does get picked off by the Diva from Rich there, but if you look at the other situation of both teams, OverPUGS has done a great job of saving their roles in front of push, and Rich, the first stop being used here. The self-destruction can't get much. Diva maybe being wasted. Clausen picks off Timu, but Fusi now doesn't get much. He does get peanuts up, it does get knocked off by the Diva from Reaper now. They're firing at will. A Graviton surge into a Dragon Blade. B-drops coming out left and right. Leonidas picks up 386. Clausen kills off Vectilion with a tactical visor. Clausen also gets Fenrir on the payload. It's only freezed up the money, trying to do his best standing impression, trying to contest, dies to Peanuts, and now they win this fight. They have the overtime push. OverPUGS need to win this fight to win, and OverPUGS, if they win this fight, they will lose. Timu now left, does get triggered. That's so important for OverPUGS. They're not gonna have a 6-on-6 fight now. It's gonna be a 5-on-6 to end the game. But Keelan does have his rest. He could use it here, but he decides he's not going to. Fenrir jumps in with Fusi. The dive combo going in, but his Phantom's on the payload now. Fusi's obviously back. Vectilion comes back with a self-destruct sequence. Misses completely. That's so unlucky from the Phantom. He might have been able to get something amazing on the payload, but it does go off the side. Fusi gets a chance and that can we see a Dragon Blade coming out. Timu picks up Marquin and also Peanuts and Kratos and Divas met. This surely could be in favour of OverPUGS as Clausen goes down, Rich goes down, a C9 and OverPUGS, they take it.
And that is it. That is 2-0. That best of 3 is over. OverPUGS has won the OverPUG this week for the EU side. GG's well played in chat. No one getting angry. Everyone is being happy. And Fusi has declared himself as superior to Clausen, giving a greater than symbol. But here we see the Phantom with his 4-man Diva bomb. This will be beautiful from his perspective. Flies through the air, falls off a roof, everyone's dead.
Watch it as it falls. Getting so many picks, and also picks on the point roll the throws of that fight, which allows him to roll through. And actually Carlson as well. He ended up
That was
getting
a six-double total.
6 kills to his name.
Yep, that is 2 play of the games to Phantom's name. One is Mercy, rezzing and getting a couple kills, and one is Diva, killing the entire team. Well, that seems to be the end of that.
So we saw Mod Abuse take it 2-0 after a draw on Hanamura and a very close game on Dorado, and a 3-1 onto Ilios, which they also won. So, who was your MVP of today's game, Luke? Who do you think did the most work?
Well, I feel like, it's quite close. I feel like there was a couple people doing a lot of the work. Clausen definitely doing a lot of the work for his team, killing everyone, doing everything almost. Really, especially on his Farah picks. I'm surprised he kept switching off of Farah because he genuinely was doing a lot of work. Even if the enemy team had a soldier, he could still take them out and do so much. Whereas Phantom, switching from tank to healer to tank, still the healer, beautiful plays. Battle Mercy came in, only getting punished once. And then when he switched to Diva, he was doing work as well. Even when he was playing Genji, he was getting beautiful ults. But Fusi, he was Jesus. He was doing just as much work. When he was on Diva, he was killing his gravitons. His Diva bombs might not have been the best, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't doing work when he was in the mech. Even out of the mech, he was getting the kills. I feel like it's quite tied between those 3 people doing so much work between them.
Yeah, but then again, everyone had their moments in that game. Everyone got some
definitely
good commendable moments. You saw great Xenios play from Kratex, quite steady there.
Yeah, that last point was won by him.
And before Military Pika left, he did very well on the Winston to get a lot of leeway for the side of abuse.
He proved that rank definitely does not matter.
So, that was the Scrub Cup European OverPUGS. Now, if you didn't catch me going on about this earlier in the stream, I'll say it one more time. The Scrub Cup is a sub 2,500 SR tournament open to any players in, obviously, gold, silver, bronze. You then get put into a team. You get matched up with 6 other players below the SR level. The SRs are balanced across all the teams. You're given a coach, you're given training, you're given some time to prepare for the Scrub Cup. It's a, I believe, 2-weekend tournament you take part in, and you go over various similar coaches, and then you get a nice introduction to competitive play. And me and Luke have both been in the Scrub Cup before. I was in 1, Luke was in 2. We're currently going to 3 with the last day of signups being today. So if you are sub 2,500 SR and want to play in the Scrub Cup, I would say come along, get your coaching, get an introduction to the competitive scene. And from me, it's goodbye. From me, Javi, it's goodbye. And from Luke,
Goodbye. I hope to see you soon, at least in the Scrub Cup.
thank you all for watching.